You clicked this video for a reason. Maybe you know someone like this. Maybe you are someone like this. Someone who struggles quietly, who hurts quietly, who breaks quietly. Yet the moment someone reaches out a hand, they look away, fold their arms, and say, "I'm fine." But everyone knows they're not fine. And deep down, they know it too. So why does it feel impossible for some people to let others in at the exact moment they need help the most? To understand this, you have to go back earlier than adulthood. This pattern rarely begins at 20, or 30, or even 40. It almost always begins somewhere in the messy middle between childhood and adulthood. And here's the twist. Many people who push others away today didn't grow up in cold, harsh, or uncaring families. In fact, many came from warm households, loving parents, environments where support was available. But something incredibly common happens during adolescence. Something so normal and widespread that hundreds of millions of people can relate to it. It's the moment when a young person suddenly feels a powerful urge to prove themselves, to show they can handle everything alone, to declare, "I don't need help anymore." Not because they reject love, but because they crave independence. And that craving becomes a force of nature. What people don't notice is how deeply this desire can shape someone's emotional identity. A teenager begins turning down offers of help, not out of anger or disrespect, but because they believe that relying on anyone means they aren't strong enough yet. So even when help is offered gently, with care, with love, they pull away. They say things like, "I've got it, I can handle this, I can handle this, it's okay, I don't need anything, it's okay, I don't need anything." And the more they say it, the more it becomes who they are. Fast forward a few years, and this temporary teenage mindset quietly evolves into a lifelong habit. Instead of being a phase, it becomes a personality, a strategy, a shield. These are the people who refuse help even when they're overwhelmed. The ones who insist everything is fine when everything is falling apart. The ones who carry impossible weight because admitting they need support feels like admitting defeat. The heartbreaking irony is that many of these individuals were once the most responsible kids, the mature ones, the ones who tried to grow up too fast, the child who wanted to handle everything, the teenager who didn't want to be a burden, the young person who kept saying, "Don't worry about me." And because they rarely asked for support, everyone around them assumed they didn't need any. People believed the image of strength. People trusted the facade. So the child who seemed strong was quietly left to carry more than they should have. And they internalized the lesson. If I'm strong, people don't worry. If I'm strong, people leave me alone. If I'm strong, I'm enough. But the inverse of that belief is what truly haunts them. If I show weakness, maybe I'll disappoint the people who believe in me. So now, as adults, they don't push people away because they hate support. They push people away because accepting support feels like ripping open a part of themselves they've kept sealed for years. Behind their distance is fear. Fear of being a disappointment. Fear of being a burden. Fear of losing control. Fear of letting someone see the vulnerable parts they've spent half a lifetime hiding. To them, isolation feels safer than exposure. Silence feels safer than emotional risk. Self-reliance feels safer than trusting someone else. They don't reject love. They just don't know how to receive it. They don't push people away because they want distance. They push people away because closeness feels dangerous. And the result is something painful and invisible. They become lonely, deeply lonely. Not because they want to be alone, but because they don't know how not to be. At some point, the weight becomes too much. There is a breaking point. A moment when the strong one collapses, when the independent one cries, when the self-reliant one finally says, "I can't do this anymore." And it shocks everyone because nobody saw it coming. Nobody knew. How could they know? This person hid their struggles so well that even the people closest to them thought they were untouchable. The truth is, this emotional pattern isn't rare. Normal, everyday people in various settings, representing that it's not strange. It isn't strange. Common scenes of daily life, representing that it's not unusual. It isn't unusual. Earth from space, representing the global nature of this experience. It's a global experience, a silent epidemic. Various types of homes and families, representing that it happens everywhere. People in loving homes experience it. People in strict homes experience it. People in chaotic homes, calm homes, rich homes, struggling homes. None of it matters. A person standing apart from their environment, representing that origin isn't environmental, because the origin isn't the environment. Words floating around a person's head, representing the story they tell themselves. It's the story someone tells themselves about what strength really is. A crossed-out definition of strength, representing that the story is wrong. And for so many people, that story is wrong. A person standing alone, isolated, representing false beliefs about strength. They believe strength means never asking for help, never showing weakness, never needing support, never leaning on anyone. But real strength isn't built in isolation. It's built in connection. It's built in community. A person stepping into light from shadows, representing the courage to be seen vulnerably. It's built in the courage to let yourself be seen, fully, honestly, vulnerably, even if it's terrifying. People who push others away aren't cold or heartless or ungrateful. They're scared, they're exhausted, they're overwhelmed, and they've been carrying the weight alone for far too long. But change is possible. Not through force or pressure, not through breaking their walls. Walls built over years cannot be shattered in a single moment. Change happens when someone finally feels safe. Safe to speak, safe to feel, safe to let someone else step inside the space they've guarded for so long. And for many people, that moment is life-changing because they discover something they never knew before. That accepting help doesn't erase strength, it adds to it. That leaning on someone doesn't make them weak, it makes them human. And that vulnerability, the very thing they feared most, is often the thing that sets them free. If you're someone who pushes people away, or you love someone who does, remember this. Behind every wall is a story. Behind every "I'm fine" is a feeling. Behind every act of independence is a fear that was never spoken. And healing begins the moment someone feels safe enough to whisper the truth behind the silence.